Hi guys. So I went to watch the Bob Marley movie today, One Love. Today is February 14th of 2024, and it was amazing. Kenneth Benadir, the name of the actor. He did an amazing job. He looks like Bob Marley. He sounded like Bob Marley. He danced like Bob Marley. But I can't say he was perfect, but he was as perfect as he should have been, because you can't be more Bob Marley than Bob Marley. Bernardi had soul. They they were able to portray the serious-minded Bob Marley that was always in smiles. It was a good movie. It was a good movie. And being that I had done a documentary about Bob Marley, and I've seen this movie, I just thought it's important for me to give my review. I think it's valid for me to give my review, because there's some things that I thought would happen but didn't happen, and there's some things that I learned in a movie that I never knew before. Although I would say that going to see One Love movie, it is important that you have an idea of a backstory. I strongly believe that if you don't know anything about Bob Marley and you go right into the cinema to try and watch and enjoy this movie, there are certain parts that you'll be confused. There are certain parts that you may wonder, the questions you may have unanswered. So I'll suggest you watch my video. Some questions were answered in my video. Also, if you don't understand patois, if you struggle to understand like I and I, Rastafari, and all that kind of English or patois, all that kind of patois, if you struggle to hear patois, I would suggest you don't watch this movie, because it's in pure patois.
Happy later, come on, I feel really serious.
No, sir.
So later, my cousin,
Give me blood clot money.
It's very interesting if you understand patois. If you understand patois, it's a soulful movie. I would say it's a soulful movie, and it's a lot of details were in the movie. But if you don't understand patois, I'm sorry, you may struggle with this movie. And another thing I would like to say is that Bob Marley's manager, what's his name? Don Taylor. Yeah, the character that played Don Taylor, I think it was wrong. He had patois in some places, some other places he was speaking with British accents. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but the continuity team did not do a good job there, because it was a patois-based movie. They were all Jamaicans. Some parts were speaking patois, some other parts were speaking English. So I think it would be nice if the movie came with a subtitle. That's for the people who don't understand patois. You struggle if you don't understand patois. Also, I don't know if it was intentional, but there are a few scenes where, they're acting a movie on Bob Marley, and Kenneth Benadir is the actor playing Bob Marley. But then we have some people in the movie wearing Bob Marley shirts, and on the shirt is the real Bob Marley that's in it. I don't know if it's intentional, but I just thought it was awkward. They also established the fact that Bob Marley loved to play football. I love that, because Bob Marley's side hobby, apart from music, was football. They established it a lot in this movie. His philanthropy was established, yeah, but it was just a teeny bit. I don't want to spoil it for you. Just a little bit. You might even miss it. His philanthropy was. But if you want to know more about his philanthropy, you can watch my video. I said a lot there. You know a lot more about Bob Marley. His assassination attempts. As much as I don't want to spoil the movie, I still think it didn't happen quite that way. It didn't happen quite that way, but it was well told. It's told for cinema. It was told for a more intense, emotional connection. So yeah, I have no problem with that. And I need to do a research on how the movie, the album name. He had an album called Exodus. The movie portrayed how he got the album name Exodus. I never knew that. I need to go research. And also, I'm very surprised that they hinted at his wife, Rita Marley, having an affair. I also don't have any knowledge of that. I also have to do a research. And lastly, Bob Marley and the Wailers. This is not in my video. That's the video I did before. Bob Marley and the Wailers, their first song, as far as I know, their first song was written, sang in the morning. Simmer Down, that's the name of the song. It was written, sang in the morning, and by night time, it was being played in radios and in parties in Jamaica, and it was on repeat. And people danced heavily to it. Now in the movie, it seemed like the song was already written, and the Bob Marley and the Wailers used the song to get the recognition of a producer. I don't know if that's how it happened, but like I said, it's for emotional connection. So the script must have been changed here and there for emotional connection. Okay, personally, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the movie an 8. The reason why 8 is really good anyway, but the reason why I won't give it higher than 8 is because I enjoyed the movie, because I connected the dots quite easily. And for someone who has a vague knowledge of Bob Marley, you might enjoy it, but you would not know a lot of things that I understood from watching the movie. That's why I'll suggest once again, look, I'm not even beating about the bush. Go watch my other video. You would understand a lot about Bob Marley. As a matter of fact, if you plan to watch the Bob Marley video, I would suggest you watch my video. It talks about his political inclination, his assassination attempt, his women. He did have a lot of women. That's another thing that was not established a lot in the movie. He did have a lot of escapades, if I will say myself.
Woman. Woman is mother of creation.
Do you have a queen?
You have one queen, no more than one queen.
Is he entitled to more than one queen?
Yeah, he's entitled to all the queens.
Oh, you know how many?
I don't know how many that is, but yeah.
All at the same time?
At the same time? Well, yeah, time is time, yeah.
Bob Marley was an effortless romantic, amongst many other things. With songs like Is This Love and Waiting in Vain, he managed to capture the hearts of women all over the world and became a father of 11 children from 7 different women, including one from Miss World of 1976.
Esther had been sent to help manage the band, but it didn't take her long to fall for Bob's charms.
When I met Bob, I was 29. I loved him very much. I really loved him. I believed in him. I believed in all of them. Well, he didn't believe too much smiling, because his thing was, when you come down on the rock and see how hard life is down there, you'll see why I don't smile. And I asked him why he scrubbed his face so much. But then when he did smile, he had such a wonderful smile. By then I found out he had kids. I didn't know I was in this relationship that he was married and kids all over the place and whatever. I was quite absolutely flabbergasted. I said, how can you, a young boy like you, have so many children? I didn't know that he had many, many more.
Well, the movie starts from his assassination attempt and ends after he comes back for the One Love concerts in Jamaica. But why I'll say it is a perfect, almost perfect script is because a lot was happening within this time that the movie was set, and they connected dots that happened earlier in his life. So there was like a younger Bob Marley and younger Rita Marley. So when something happens in present time, and to buttress the point a little clearer, they go back in time and give more heart, more depth to the story. So it's a good movie. I'll suggest you go watch it, but watch my movie first. Be sure you understand Patois, or if by any means there is a subtitled version, go get that one, because you would struggle. And Don Taylor, I don't know what they did with his character, but Patois here, British accent there, strange. Anyway, That's my review. Thanks for watching. Peace. Subscribe, please.